Okay, welcome back everyone. I've just scoured both the Western and Eastern District, and compiled a list of potential NPCs you guys want to interact with. So let's begin. First of all, this gentleman here, if you inquire, you'll get the challenge with ease, which is good for blanking out his name. Hikari is the name I'm thinking of. And if you steal from this guy, you get a silver sword and a dojo hakama. And if you notice, this thing has a huge evasion boost. Perfect upgrade for Throne. Not to mention the silver sword is a general good sword for sword wielders. Then inside this dojo, I believe you could also steal a little crow, which is also a pretty darn good sword with a 112 attack and a plus 34 critical, so perfect for Ochet, which I have decided to give the warrior subclass to. So that's the two here. Then, if you proceed down here and look into this merchant, you'll see that he has a quest item called a loot, which was very difficult to steal from. I ended up having to purchase it with Partitio's skill, which was like 3,000 leaves or something like that, as opposed to Throne probably has like 3% or like 10% chance of stealing it. So that's 3 down. Then, if you go over here, you can actually steal a silver shield from this gentleman and a feather mantle. I don't think the feather mantle is really an upgrade, but the silver shield definitely is an upgrade for your character. And I considered scrutinizing him, but it's way too low of a chance. So there's that. And then there should be an apothecary store around here. Huh. Well, either way, it's probably on the Eastern District, but okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th character, I think. You can steal a conscious stone from this gentleman here, which prevent unconsciousness status effect, which is, I think, that status effect where you have stars floating over your character and they waste a turn recovering from that. Okay, that should cover the the Western District. Next, let's go to the Eastern District. There are 2 particular NPCs I want to point out to you guys of interest here. First off, there's this lady here. You can get a Conjurer's Staff from her, which I think is an upgrade for, I think I ended up giving it to Oswald, actually. Alright, let's see what I equipped Oswald. Yep, I equipped him with the Conjurer's Staff. Then, just for fun and kicks, and this is not related to any item, but I thought this guy's story is super sad. So you can talk to this medicine peddler. He has a hidden item, but what's important to see here is that it seems that he's only 29 years old, but he's in the final stages of his terminal disease. And he's not sad for himself so much as he regrets that he won't be able to help this town out for much longer. I really hope there's a quest that involves being able to save him or something like that, but that's really sad. So with that said, I'm gonna go switch out my party here real quick for the nighttime. Because usually when I investigate during the nighttime, I have a completely different party. Alright, so let's change out. I usually have Hikari for his bribery, Agnia for her entreat, and Temenos for his coercion. And of course Oswald for his mugging. So, at night there are a few NPCs that show up that aren't here during the day. I think this is the guy, it might not be. You see that you can entreat this guy for 2 items, but those are not really upgrade items. We've already have a couple of them. The Great Blade is good, you can see here, but it requires level 37, and there's no way I'm in any mood to to mug this dude. And I didn't want to bribe him for 5,000 gold either. That's a side point. I think this is the gentleman we're looking for. You will see that you can get a strong axe from him when you entreat, and that's a decent weapon. I'm definitely not mugging him at my level because that is practically suicide. So there's that guy. Okay. And I think there's another gentleman here. Maybe he's near the inn or the bar. think it's this dude. That is not that dude. It might be this one. Yeah, this guy. If you coerce him or bribe him, yeah, I probably ended up coercing him. You get discount at the end. Okay. And then finally, the last interesting thing of note is over on this side here. Is this lady here. So if you actually investigate her, you'll find that her story is very dark. Apparently she used to be a swordswoman who grew up under the tutelage of her own father, fell in love with a disciple of his, became a lover of a disciple of his, and then for some reason murdered both her father and her lover, and then went on the run. I honestly, I have no word to describe how shocked I am. If you look at her age, she's only 28, so this wasn't like something that just happened. I mean, this wasn't something that happened years ago, you know, this is something that just happened, and there's some interesting story I'd like to ask, like, regarding how things went this badly, for her, that she had to kill both of the two most important men in her life. Unless, of course, well, actually, I don't even want to get into the drama of it, but I can imagine maybe the only exception being one man tricks, let's say the lover tricks her to kill her father, and now she wants revenge on the lover. That's probably the only logical or most simple reason why this would happen. Anyway, regardless, let's go and collect some of our hidden items here. Tough nut. Oh yeah, by the way, some NPCs also has like various stat boosting nuts in their inventory we can steal from, but since there's so many of them with so many nuts available, I don't think it's necessary to go out of my way to list all of those nuts yet. So unless it's like a large nut or something like that, I'll try to avoid listing those NPCs for you guys. You guys can just steal them if you wish. Just go around town and look around. Oh, please don't tell me I have to beat this little child to get the item. Oh, come on, really? Is there no way to get over there? You can't allure them, you can't guide them, so... Well, if anyone knows how to get to that blue item, let me know. Because I do not. Maybe you have to wait for them to leave or something like that in the morning. Oh, there it is. I somehow managed to sneak in between. Or, well, whatever, it worked. Apparently I just need to go behind him. So there's that. Another thing, I started the Scent of Commerce before I started Cassie's Chapter 2, but I've yet to figure out how to, what his most precious item was that he was looking for. I did find his daughter, and I did, what's the word? I did, inquire from her. In fact, it turns out that apparently he, chose career over family. He ended up, like, leaving her mother and her alone. So she doesn't hate him, but she doesn't respect him. He's kind of in that odd boat. Alright. So, with that said, let's look at let's go look for all the treasures we still have here. Okay, this one here. Healing Grape, that's definitely not his most important item. Wonder if there's one in the bar. Yep, there is. Grape leaf. Strong axe, man. They're giving a lot of strong axes out. Olive of Life. Herb of Light. And there aren't usually many good hidden items. Mostly items you have to steal. I also, as a side note, I also went back and remember there was an NPC we saw, like, out on the east side of, Psy before we actually enter the main entrance of Psy. I said I was gonna go back there and check him to see if I could steal or something from him. Turns out that he's like some sort of black market merchant, and unfortunately, most of the stuff I try to steal from him are like 3% chance, so I'm not doing anything with that yet. Well, with that said, I'm gonna switch over to Particio here, then run back to the the Center of Commerce and see if I've discovered that so-called thing that was totally important to him. It might be family. But yeah, here's his daughter, Masoud's daughter. She does not resent her father for regarding both herself and her mother for the sake of his business, but she does not respect him either. She simply resolved never to live the same way he did. So yeah, I don't know what the most important thing he's lost is, but... I'm sorry, not the most important things he's lost. The most important thing to him. Maybe it's this cart here for all we know. But let's talk to him and see if we can figure it out.
As a merchant, there's one treasure I value above all else. Bring it to me.
Is this one of those things where you have to guide her? I wouldn't mind guiding her. How much do I have to pay? Charming smile. 1,000? Oh, fine.
Let's work up a nice sweat.
I'll laugh if it turns out that his daughter is the most important thing we need to bring to him. Oh, it is.
As promised, I brought you your treasure, Masoud.
You did you? Show me.
Your greatest treasure is her, your daughter.
I swear, this better not be a red herring.
Incorrect. Try again.
What?
It is true that many value their family above any jewel or gem.
Are you kidding me? This guy's cold-blooded.
But that is not the answer that I am seeking for this particular test. Better luck next time.
Jeez, no wonder. No wonder she doesn't respect him.
I was sure I had it.
What is this test that father gave you?
Huh?
Ah, what father meant wasn't his treasure in particular, but what a merchant treasures most. The thing you treasure most as a merchant isn't leaves or sundries, right?
Connections?
A merchant's treasure?
That's all the hints you'll get from me. Good luck.
What do I treasure as a merchant? Like she said, not leaves or sundries, that's for sure.
Smiles on your customers' faces?
That's it. My greatest treasure is me.
What? I mean, self-worth? Didn't see that one coming.
In which case, Masoud must feel the same way, too.
So, but then that's a catch-20... No, not really catch-22, but it's a trick question because he already has himself. How are we supposed to bring him himself?
It's worth a shot, anyhow.
Like, am I supposed to go recruit him or something? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Ooh. So let's try and buy him off. He has silver tongue. I almost want to coerce this dude. For now, I'll just bribe him. See what information he has.
I have a request.
Once a famed merchant who traversed both continents. At the time, both land and sea routes were yet underdeveloped, so it was no small feat to visit all 8 regions. His efforts earned him the repute of a great merchant, but he lost much in the process. Yeah, family included. Alright, let's hire him.
You want to hire me? What is the meaning of this insult, Mr. Nobody?
Wait a minute, so you had to have brought his daughter for Like, I could have sworn I couldn't do anything with him path action wise beforehand, so his daughter was a necessary step, even though it's a wrong answer.
I've figured out your treasure, fella. It's you, yourself. You asked me to find the treasure you value most as a merchant. I figured every merchant's got one treasure they set store by above all else. Connections they've built, book learning, and experience.
So I was somewhat right. I did say connections. Oh, wait, did I? Oh, darn it. I've forgotten what I just said. Well, early onset dementia.
All these things are far more valuable than any material object, leaves included. Or am I wrong?
Correct. I'm surprised you got it.
Of course I did. My greatest treasure's the same as yours, after all. Besides, your daughter gave me a friendly push in the right direction. If I couldn't find the answer after all that, I'd have no right to call myself a merchant.
I am honestly astonished that there are still merchants in this world who know how to see to the heart of matters.
But then that would make this whole test a trick question, because he said, bring to me my most valuable possession, but he already has himself. Dumb quest.
There have been dozens like you who have come here seeking my Mercantile Manuscript. Every one of them failed this test and went home empty-handed. I started to think the world had gone dull since I retired. Here, take it.
What's this?
The key to the archive in which I placed my Mercantile Manuscript. Read to your heart's content.
Yippee! You sure it's all right?
I've grown old. I don't have much time left.
What is it with this town? Everyone's dying left and right. First there was the apothecary, merchant, now this dude.
When I pass, so too will my greatest treasure, correct? So I might as well pass on a part of that treasure to you, Particio the merchant. The sum treasure of those who came before you.
You got it, fella. Thank you.
You can now peruse the Mercantile Manuscript in the archives. The records are full of information documented by Masoud. You never know what knowledge you may glean about items, equipment, and more. So ends the Send Up Commerce. Actually, I'm almost wanting to bring this guy along because of his Silver Tongue ability. Receive 20% off purchases, but generally I don't buy stuff, so I guess he's not as good as I thought. I just paid him, so why can't I bribe him again? Do I want to challenge a 5-star? I might be able to pull it off. I'm level 31 right now. You know what? I might want to mug him. Alright, prepare to get yourself beaten. I've beaten countless guys like you in my youth.
I like my odds.
What the? Did I fight this guy already? How did I fight this guy already?
I need a plan.
I honestly have not fought this guy before. Or at least I don't recall. So I don't know why I know his weaknesses.
Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. I need...
Okay, he's as good as dead.
Indulge me,
Oh, god darn. Oh, I don't think he...
Don't mind if I do. I need a plan. Don't mind if I do.
let's do this.
Indulge me. You're finished. I've gained valuable insight.
Can't believe I actually managed to beat him. I guess I'm stronger than I thought. But yeah, maybe after the next set of quests, I might go back and revisit older cities and try to mug some more people. Alright, I can hire him, or I could... I'm gonna coerce him. I know he's weak to staves now.
Oh dear. You won't be here. To work. You won't be here.
Yeah, still has nothing to tell me.
Very useful.
Alright, let's see what we can learn here. Demi-human, a study. Demi-humans are creatures that resemble humans and yet are entirely different beasts. There are 8 major types currently known: the verminous ratkin, the reptilian lizardmen, the avian birds, the amphibian frogans, the simian apes, the septarian moles, the feline kate, and the cephalopodid octopuffs. Okay, demi-humans have displayed propensity for much higher levels of intelligence than monsters and are known to employ tools to some extent in their daily lives. And yet to this day their origin remains shrouded in mystery according to histories. They simply appeared one day and as if by magic throughout the world. Huh, I guess there might be a side quest or something at one point that delves into this phenomena. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is maybe I'll read through the case in the Octopath because they are relatively important, but otherwise I'm going to scroll through each topic, pause for like a second or two for anyone interested to read it, so you can pause the video and read it. Otherwise I'm going to move on because I don't think not everyone wants to read all the lores. Okay, Kates are a skittish race, the most timid of all the demi-humans. According to myths, there was once a great war fought between humanity and the demi-humans. The conflict was long and bloody, but in the end humanity emerged the victor. Through wisdom or foresight, the Kate alone sided with mankind during this strife, and this alliance won them a place within human society. Unfortunately, the clever and cunning nature of the Kate soon earned them the ire of their neighbors, and before long they found themselves ostracized and cast out. This actually makes the humans sound bad, because they just use them and then throw them away. Labeled as traitors by demi-human and human societies, the Kate withdrew from both to pursue isolated lives, hidden away from all who might do them harm. The smell of beloved, delicious catnip seems to be the only thing that can draw them out of the hidden places they call their homes. So doesn't really give you strategy to kill them, it just gives you a little history about them. Okay. Octopaths are the most independent of all the demi-humans and are the only ones that chose not to participate in the mythological war between humanity and the demi-humans. They are known to prefer travel to battle, and it is said that they only stop their wanderings when their time on this earth is over. There are many superstitions surrounding the Octopath. Their passion for travel and idealistic search for paradise has led some to believe they are symbols of good fortune. They are even rumored that only those pure of heart can encounter them. Of course, adults who have long ago lost the innocence of childhood can still employ cunning to improve their odds of encountering these rare creatures. Octopaths favor small, dark spaces, and so the shrewd use of octopath pots to draw them out. Oh, I guess they give you tips on how to increase your chances of running into them. Okay, alright. Next, I'm just gonna really quickly go through each topic. And you guys might pause the video as you see fit to read the whole passage. But yeah, I think if I read all of this, my voice is going to be so hoarse that's pointless to talk about any other topic. I thought I already pressed on Gate to the Netherworld. Oh, this one actually reminds me of that gate we used to summon Galdera, the demon lord, or whatever, the demon god. I can't tell if it's the same gate, but I might go back and read it later. Weaponsmithing, okay. This is actually might be interesting, so I'm going to read it. There exist only 6 primary weapon categories: swords, polearm, daggers, axes, bows, and staves. Actually, this is not an accurate statement. Bound by the rules of the Blacksmith Guild, the manufacture of weapons outside of these 6 categories is strictly forbidden. Why limit the scope of human imagination? Religion, of course. The 6 types of weapons are those wielded by the gods, and they will tolerate no other, or at least that's the lie disguising the greedy truth. The fact is, it is much easier to monopolize the material and technique for arms production if you can limit what can be made, or so a little bird told me anyway. Whatever the truth, this prohibition has resulted in very few wielders of whips, flails, and so on. That's true. I guess that's true. Ooh, enchanted and magic weapons. I'm actually curious. Among many weapons one may find this world, some are imbued with magical property. These enchanted weapons are both rare and powerful. There are 2 primary means of crafting an enchanted weapon. The first sounds simple in principle, but is in fact quite difficult to achieve. Few craftsmen possess the necessary skill. Simply put, magic must be carefully folded into the weapon during the forging process. The second method is much rarer and harder to replicate. These enchanted weapons gain their power naturally, their magic imbued over many years of use by a gifted wielder. Huh, like a magician? Very few of these have been documented, and it is thought that only those with incredibly powerful wills can make these miraculous weapons spring into being. So some are created naturally through bonds with its original wielder. Others literally have magician folding magic into the equipment. So that might be the game telling us you have 2 ways of getting magical weapons. Okay, I don't know what this is about, so I'm just gonna quickly scroll through for you guys. There we go. Reach for the next shelf. Battle-tested armament. Oh. Dear. I'm probably gonna go back and read all these later. Or maybe off-screen. But for now, I'm just gonna let you guys scroll through this real quick. I wonder what the real benefit of this, scent of commerce is. These are all lore of divine weaponry. There. Okay, yeah, this grapes and plums, not even worth me reading all that over. Can't imagine them revealing any shocking truth. This is pretty much all healing items. Nut cultivation? Huh. Nuts. The fruit of certain trees with a hard shell concealing nutrient-rich meat and seeds within. Nuts are enjoyed the world round as foodstuff. However, not all nuts are created equals. Those harvested from some wild trees have powerful effects that are proven to enhance a human's abilities. Scholars have sacrificed these as rare nuts, and have poured blood, sweat, and tears into cracking the secrets to cultivating these precious products. Yet little progress has been made. It seems the moment that cultivation is attempted, the nuts lose their special properties. The mystery remains unsolved, and so these nuts remain a highly sought after and prized commodity. This might be one of those things that can only grow in the wild. Concoction. Okay, I don't need to read this. I generally know how concoction works. Soulstone. It's like those magic spell items, essentially. Oh, these are probably just herbs used to heal the various status effect. Bottling. So this talks about beastlings and their culture. But yeah, apparently they're very new in on the mainlands of either continent. Etymology of leaf. Oh, this explains how leaf came to be the currency. Well, again, for anyone interested in lore, this is it. Alright, last one. History of Hino. Oh, this is pretty much the history of all 8 locales. So if anyone's interested. Wildlands. Honestly, I don't even know what's considered the Wildlands. Would that be like Totohaha? Okay. I think I already did Leafland, right? It's hard to keep track of this. Harborlands. Okay, so Totohaha is not any of the other lands. Oh. Darn it, it's hard to keep track of these when the cursor doesn't memorize where you last were. Okay, and the last shelf. Winterland. And the outer continent. This is something I haven't heard about before. The furthest edges of the four corners of Celestia are detailed on no maps. Ooh, it looks like it's like propped you up for exploration. Called the outer continent, the reason why these vast stretches remain unexplored are many. Impassably high mountain and deadly currents, to name a few. Of course, in my opinion, it is less the difficulty of the task and the more indolence that has left these areas uncharted. Think about it for a moment. Ku is at war with some unnamed kingdom or kingdoms to its south. That would be U or something? Immigrants from some unknown eastern locale walk the streets of New Delsta. I'm not sure what they're referring to. Fruit from the west and textiles from the north are smuggled into our land with abandon. The unknown is a place of magical appeal to me. What sights are there to be seen across the horizon? What strange music? What surprising smell? What fascinating spices and cuisine to tempt the taste bud? All these draw my curiosity, but more than that, all offer unimaginable opportunities for a merchant with business savvy and a healthy wanderlust. I hope the leader of our lands move quickly to pen maps of these mysterious locations in the outer continent. A poor name for a universe of possibility. We are prisoners in a tiny cave called Celestia, satisfied by shadows cast by a light that streams in from outside the walls, which confines us. Interesting. I guess he's run out of time to explore the world as he sees fit. Alright. With that said, I guess we can go ahead and save here and then go pick up the quests. Alright, now let's go check out all the side quests we've left untouched. Ow, I can't believe that. And with my own father's sword. That sword is a precious family heirloom. I won't be able to face my father without it. That dirty thief should be at the Decaying Temple in the Eastern Side Sand, but I don't stand a chance against him. Decaying Temple in the Eastern Side Sands. I don't remember that. He probably knew as much, which is why he let me live. Sword Hunter in the Decaying Temple. Alright, let's see if we've discovered it yet. Dragon Ridge. Cavern of the Moon and Sun. Okay, this must be that temple that only one person can enter. So I think it's going to be a tough temple for sure. I might have to leave this until later. It's definitely not up Dragon Ridge. Okay. I guess we'll have to make a mental note of this particular side quest. Alright, moving on. Looks like there was only one side quest here. Let's change the time of day, see if there are more. Not according to the radar. Alright, let's go to the eastern side of this city. Alright, there's one side quest here as well. Oh, and just in case I forgot to mention, I tried to knock this guy out, but there's no way I'm ready for him. He's a 6-star character. And I don't think Throne's skill is able to knock him out yet. So I haven't even been able to check what's back there. I might be able to drug him with Casty, but it's probably going to use one of the rare materials, so I'm hesitant to do that yet. And it seems I've missed a treasure up here somewhere. Oh, I have to repair the ladder, which is conveniently the reason why we're here talking to this man. This stronghold has definitely seen better days. It needs repairs, and quick. It actually belonged to the kingdom of U, which is what this land used to be, but when the kingdom was destroyed and technology to fix it was lost. Oh yeah, I noticed while scouting around and inquiring from people information, I noticed a strange information. I forgot which NPC it was from, but we learned that the kingdom of U is ancient and apparently lost out in a battle against Ku. And basically they are known to be a very advanced civilization with basically modern technology, and apparently the canals in Canobrine is also belong to that, is part of that technology as well. I thought it was interesting. But regardless of that, I think we already got this information from a person in Canobrine, actually. If you guys recall, I got the information from some dude in the bar in Canobrine about like information about Fort Orochi's plan. I think that was what it was called. So I think we might already have done this or finished most of the side quest. Still, the residents here don't have the money to build themselves new houses. I could try to fix it myself, but I'd need the actual plans from that era to do that. Yep, Fort Orochi plans. There's no doubt about it. These are the plans for this stronghold. It's a miracle you managed to find these. I have a feeling it would involve some complex engineering. Even a single miscalculation could be dangerous. But with these plans in hand, I don't doubt I can do it. Fine work, stranger. Tough nut. Okay. So ends the tale of plans for a ruined nation. So you see how we fixed these areas, so now we can actually go upstairs and grab some goodies. Antique coin, good for selling. Refined sword, okay. Actually, is that better? I've noticed that when you go to equip items, the items are listed based on like better stats on the right hand side. So refined sword is good, but not as good as the little crow. And I think I'm gonna give the refined sword to Throne when I get the chance. Not Throne, Agnia when I get the chance. Battle hatchet. Let's see if that's better. Is there anyone here who uses? Nope. I guess we'll have to check in on that later. So that's that, and that's our reward. That was much faster than I thought. But I'm gonna go over and check on Ochette real quick, see if this new axe is better for her, and also to give Agnia the new sword. Okay, equipment on Ochette. Strong axe is good, but I think helm cleaver is slightly better on her. Silver hatchet is the best, but I don't even remember which axe I just got. It's funny. I should probably look silly me. Battle hatchet is what I just got. It's probably not very powerful. Okay. Yeah, battle hatchet is actually weaker than strong axe, but regardless, Agnia can equip this sword here. Minus accuracy, but more speed for her, which is like her best stat. Period. Then I wonder who should equip the champion's sword. Let's look at the swords. Let's see if all of our swords have been covered. Silver sword. Maybe I'll give the champion's sword to Throne. Yeah, it's a decent upgrade. A little less speed, but stronger overall. And I wonder if I've upgraded my daggers. We haven't upgraded our daggers for a while, so Alright, that should do it for this locale. So what I'm gonna do is probably go around town, see if I can recruit someone decent for Particio, because, you know, obviously I want to be able to sell stuff. Actually, you know what? Let me take a quick look, see if I have a bunch of stuff I need to sell first. If not, I'll just move on. Fetch. Yeah, I got quite a few stuff from perusing this area, so I'm gonna go off screen and hire someone with decent skill for selling stuff for Particio, and then we will head on over. I'm pretty sure there was a cross story with Ochet. Yep, we will head on over to Cropsdale for the cross story between Ochet and Casti. And then after that, I think I'll start Oswald's chapter 3. He kind of deserves that now. We've been leaving him neglected for a while.